Welcome, swans. We will learn this beautiful short choreography, and this is the Modern Oriental style, where the technique is Classical Oriental. It's elegant, it's refined, but it's Modern Oriental just because the song is a pop song that's romantic, it's a modern song, it's not like the old classical songs. However, still, the elegant and poised style remains, and it's very emotional. And today we will also focus on your feminine flow. I will actually guide you through a short moving meditation at the start of the lesson to get you into that feminine state that's flowing, that's fluid, and ultimately it will help you to have more grace and elegance in your moves. Let's start with this short meditation. So just feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to place one arm on the womb center and one arm on the heart. Deep breath in and out through the mouth. Another one in, out. The next one in. Imagine it flowing down into your womb center, activating the womb. And out through the mouth, releasing any tension. Another one into the womb center. You feel the energy really activating and warm around your womb, and out through the mouth, releasing any negativity. One more, in and out, releasing any negative emotions you stored throughout the week. The next inhale will go into your heart space. Imagine a pink light activating your heart area, and as you breathe out, you send this pink light to your body, down to the fingertips and down to the toes. Picture your whole body radiating with pink light, and a pink aura forms around you. This is the color of the heart, of heart healing, and you imagine it dissolving any grey or black negativity around your body. You are vibrating love, you are vibrating softness. You feel nurtured from within. You feel at ease. Now, every time you're going to breathe in, really make that breath deep. And make sure you feel it going down right to your womb center. With a deep breath in, you imagine your womb filling up with an orange light. And with a deep breath out, this orange light gets spread to your body. One more in. Picture the orange light. And out. You now form a bubble of orange light around you. And again, deep breath in. And out. This time you fill this bubble with even more orange light. This is the light in the color of your sacral chakra, which governs your fluidity, your emotions, and puts you into a feminine flowing state. Now, in this bubble of orange light, you're going to move side to side in a figure 8, just however feels comfortable. You feel flowing. You feel like you're dissipated, and you feel fluid. Picture a pool of water around your hips and in your womb center that's flowing. It's calm. They feel like nurturing waves that spread softness and ripples of healing and flow around your body. Really feeling that flow, and know that this is your center of feminine power. You let your emotions flow. You don't hold them or block them. You're able to govern them and ease any negativity, any anger, any insecurity with the flowing water that you feel is within you, your feminine element. The element that can soothe any pain, calm any conflict, and keep you feeling soft and fluid, just like water. Now, moving your arms softly in any way you want. Don't think about the technique. You just let them flow like waves. And every time you're moving, you feel the vibration that is like water flowing around you. It's coming from you, and you fill your space in the room you're in with this calming and feminine water and the energy of soft femininity. Hold this state as we do our dance practice today, remembering this relaxed, sensual, flowing feeling. It comes naturally to you. And with that, I invite you to open your eyes and we will begin our dance practice. I will first show you the combination, or rather the short choreography to music, and then I'll break it down for you.
هخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك هخونك وهيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يسيبني يا جرحني من الحب هحرمك هخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك هخونك وهيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يسعدني يا جرحني من الحب هحرمك.
So let's break it down. I begin by going down with the right hip to the side and up, down again. By the way, I'm mirroring you, so just follow as you see. We just go down, focusing on the right side. For hands and arms, you can do this position. But what I'll tell you is I'm actually going to try and use different arm variations as I dance, because then you can see different ways that you can position your arms. And I don't want my students to ever be robots and copy. I want them to know all of the different variations so that they can form their own style and find their authentic flair. So, 1. Then we flick, just a little flick, because we're going to step on this right leg again. If you're in this arm position, then slowly bring your arms to the side for this move. The next move is us doing a hip circle around. We do 2 hip circles as we step. So we do 1, turn, and 2. And we need to face the left side, so your left now. Yep. And then from this position, we're going to do another dip down with the hip, like so. However, notice how this hip actually goes more back and then around. Yes, so it's not just this dip, you want to make it more of a circle like that. We really want to draw that curve. Meanwhile, it would be cool if you take your right arm and do this. So you want to take your hair as you do your hip circle. And again. Nice. From the beginning, and we go. Round, around, get ready for the hip circle. Nice. One more. I'll do these arms. So here I'm just moving my hands outwards and down, flick, 2 hip circles. Get ready for another one. Nice. From this position, we're going to now take our hip back again and then to the middle. When we reach the middle, we go down and then forward again. We draw this circle, sorry, not circle, figure 8. And we go back, down, and front. Yes, so just one, but let me just show you the movement continuously so that you can follow and make sure that you're doing it correctly. So we have a straight posture, by the way. For now, just keep your arms here to the side and the hardest part, I'd say, is going down and then forward because you really have to twist that hip. So make sure that you also really go back and really lift that hip up here. Yes, so you should see this height change in your figure 8. So we just did here and 1 figure 8. Nice. And if you want, you can have your arms to the side. Make sure you add some fluidity. Or you could have the L shape, so here. And I also have the hands flowing outwards as I do this L shape, like that. So for example, with the figure 8, it's yes. And from the beginning, just to connect all of these, and flick, 2 hip circles, 1 hip, figure 8. Nice. And so let's do that with music.
هخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك هخونك وهيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يا سايبني يا جرحني
As a thank you for watching this YouTube video, I actually have a free choreography that's recorded online that you can access, and it has a classical technique. It's very beginner friendly. So if you want to practice doing a whole choreography and learn how to position yourself elegantly and neatly, then this is for you. It will of course be linked in the description. Beautiful. I showed you the next move. So we finished at the figure 8. And so facing the left, you're just going to step forward with the right. Make sure you close your feet. And we're going to do 2 camels on the tiptoes. So without the arms for now, just 1 and 2. Yes. Tiptoes are important here because this is a Classical Oriental style. It's Modern Oriental, but Modern Oriental comes from classical. Modern Oriental is just classical, but more flowing and emotional, just because the songs tend to be very romantic, but really the base of the technique is the same. We want high tiptoes, we want elegant extended arms. And for the arms, I like to do this one here. So you just bring your wrists, and it's this swan-like movement, slowly up. Make sure that you have your arms, your elbows a little bit bent. So you don't want to do this because that's not graceful. There. And so with the camel, 1 and 2. When you finished that, you go to the right side now. You just cross your left, and we're going to do a reverse camel. So we start with the hips in, roll up. Yep. So 1, 2. And I use my left, which is in front, my left leg, to bend it and then roll up. And then I kind of take it off the floor for the second reverse camel. So watch this leg just so you know what I'm talking about. And 1, 2. It's almost like this leg initiates that move. It's this step. And the step is there so that you can lift off and then push off the ground. And that will really help you to get that wave motion going up. And again, just the camels with the hands this time. And for the reverse camel, if I did this here, we can do a L shape, arm shape here for the reverse camel. Yes. Or for variety, you can just gracefully go upwards like that. And 1 and 2, switch, 1 and 2. Beautiful. And let's do it from this move here. And figure 8. And camel, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Amazing. Next, we are here. We're going to now step out with our right to the side, and we want to face forward. We're going to do a little Maya, actually not a little, a big Maya, but just with one hip. And to the side, like that. We lift and we push out. Yes. And after that, we then take this right leg and do this rond. So we draw a circle with our foot around us. And here's the fun part. You need to draw the circle and take yourself around. So look at my right leg and what it's doing. It's going around, and then I close it with the left, so both feet are together now, and this will help you to turn. And you want to do a full turn and face the front in the end. Again, to the side and around and face the front. That was a bad turn from me. I'll do a smoother one. And yes. You don't need to rush actually for this, because if we listen to the music, I think it's pretty slow. But with me, just so that you get a practice. And to the side, and slowly. Yes, it's actually easier when you do it slow. So let's practice from this bit up until this part with music. So after that turn, we want to add a hair swing. And the way you would go about doing it is, look, you turn, and just as you're facing the front, your head needs to tilt to the left, and you bring it forward to the right, and that's how you get your swing. You do have to add momentum with your head swing and here. So we start quite slow, but with the head, you really need to finish that move in order to actually swing your head. So let's try it together. and we do a rond, and swing. Yes. So just to recap, remember, as you turn, and look, as I'm facing my head to the left side, so I've done 3/4 of the turn, that's when I start my head swing. That is when I tilt my head to the left and around. Just FYI. Whew. So next, to add more flavor, to add more drama and this sensual flow, as we swing the head, look at my hands and wrists. I open them like that. So we bend the elbows and then we open like this. So now palms are more forward. And throughout the turn, when we start it, we have our arms to the side. So I just do here. And what I do is I bring the hands in and then I extend them as I'm turning. And then as I face forward, I bring them back to the hips. And while I do the swing, I open them out. Yep, so the hand movement and the arm movement is just here, there, hips, and open. So you need to layer that onto your rond and turn. And with me again. Let's do it with the Maya. And Maya, and in, turn, hip, open. Yes. Next, we've just finished this. I'm going to take my left leg, put it in front, and I'm going to start from the left side and draw this big hip circle. So here you really need to push your pelvis and hips around. It's quite a stretch. And here. Yes. So you want to take your hips further away and forward and to the side. So you're drawing this big circle around you. Just one time. And one. And when you come back, we're going to do omis. These are hip circles here, where you feel a bend in the waistline, like that. So this is obviously different. We're not extending it outside of ourselves. The circle is under us. Yes. Let's do it to music. We will just do from the Maya. من الحب هحرمك حخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك حخونك وهيجي يوم واشوف جنونك. Great. So we do a big hip circle, and then for about 4 counts, we'll do the omis. Yep. And then we will do a little Maya. So up to the side and down, up to the side and down. Yes. So this is a figure 8, but we call it a Maya. Think the letter M. And while we do this Maya, we are going to do this zigzag arm movement, but very flowing, of course. And the way you do that is you soften your wrists and you go bend in one direction, bend in the other direction. And as you do this, your arms and your hands constantly have to flow until you change direction. And it's not rapid, it has to be slow. And there shouldn't be any point where you're still. You shouldn't ever freeze in this movement. However, try and keep the arms quite slow. And yep, so we want to reach up, and we'll end there. When we do this movement, we can do it for 8 counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just so you know. And then the final little combo is we're going to have our right leg in front of us, in this elegant position. And we're going to take both arms up, and we're going to do this flowing move down. So here the hands are going outwards, and we just bring them down like so. Yes, so bend the elbows a little bit, and also, as you can see, with my back straight, I'm going to kneel down, or bend down rather, like so. So yeah, really important that you don't do this here. So this is very flowing and feminine, and I love these movements in classical but more modern oriental. You find more of these very graceful arm movements and upper body movements in modern oriental, and I love them because they really remind me of water and the water element. And on that note, I invite you to my Queen of Cups pre-recorded course. We focus on classical technique, but we learn a modern oriental choreography. It's one of Nancy Ajaram's beautiful songs, Enter E. Very emotional, very romantic. And we learn all of these beautiful movements and upper body movements. I break down technique and how to make it elegant and more classical. So it's suitable for beginners, but it's also suitable for intermediate levels that really want to add more elegance and femininity to their dance. And as the course progresses, we will learn combination drills, we will learn the choreography, which is more intermediate level. I also guide you on improvisation and how to express music in a very emotive way. And the theme throughout this course, and this is the really cool part, is that we learn the feminine flow and how to get into that Queen of Cups archetype. Queen of Cups is an archetype that's actually taken from tarot. And no, there's no divination, there's no tarot reading in this course, don't worry. It's just a really good example of that water element feminine archetype. And it's something similar to, let's say, the water signs in the zodiac. They're all emotional, they're all somewhat feminine. And so the Queen of Cups is very similar to that. She represents the feminine and the giving and the nurturing aspect of us that's also sensual, that is emotionally expressive. And she's very captivating with her soft femininity. And she, when we embody her, gives us that very romantic expression in our dance. But I always say throughout my course and my teaching, it's great to do the dance as well, but how do you then take that state into your real life? And I actually have a module in the Queen of Cups course at the end where I give you a guide and I guide you through how you would go about activating that Queen of Cups character in your real life to add more romanticism, to add soft femininity, to add sensuality, and be very alluring like water. So I will link the details in the description and I welcome you all. So after this, we've basically reached the end. We're just going to take our arms back and up and we get up, but we can do it in a more wave-like motion. So here we go up and it's kind of like the reverse wave. It basically is, just from this position. So you want to focus on getting your hips forward to start that roll up. The upper body and the head are very slow. Roll, 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 roll up, and only at the end you lift the head. Meanwhile, you're opening the arms, going back and up. So again, here and whew. Okay, maybe not with that sound, but you get the idea. Now, guys, when you dance this, remember that fluid state that we worked on at the start of the class, and especially with the arm movements where you can really enjoy this flow. This is where you can really captivate whoever is watching you, or just yourself for yourself, and really savor each moment and feel that water element within you. Here as well, you can make it very, very flavorsome. You can really add emotion. Maybe it's love, maybe it's tenderness, maybe it's sensuality that's soft. Really enjoy that movement because it will give you that emotional expression. You will start to already activate your Queen of Cups archetype. So let's do the bit that we learned to music. Let's do it from the big hip circle. Yeah.
حخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك حخونك وحيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يا سيبني جرحني من الحب هحرمك.
Amazing stuff. So I'll just recap some arm positions. For example, here I like to have them out to the side to really resonate with the hip circular movement that we're doing. So here, and then for the omis, you can keep them out there if you want, but you can also bring them close to the hips and then out again. And then we're on to the zigzag. So let's say you did this. You just want to bring the arms down again elegantly and up. So this is the kind of transition you need to be mindful of, because we don't want to go from these arm positions and then straight away there. It looks messy. And this is what sets apart more advanced dancers with beginners. We are very mindful of the trajectory of our arm movements, and it is taken from classical ballet. So all of these positions you learn in ballet, these help. I do cover arm positions in the Queen of Cups course if you're struggling with them. Next, we've done that, and yeah, from here it's pretty clear. I've explained all of the arm movements. So let's do this to music from start to finish.
حخونك حنزل دموع من عيونك حخونك وحيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يسيبني جرحني من الحب هحرمك حخونك هنزل دموع من عيونك حخونك وحيجي يوم واشوف جنونك يا سيبني جرحني من الحب هحرمك.
Amazing stuff. If you watched until the end, please give me a blue heart emoji so that I know that you have done it. And please let me know how you find it. Your feedback and support means the world to me, and it means that I can make more of these videos because I know that you like them. Thank you so much for watching, and check out my website. I have a lot of free resources there. Also follow me on Instagram because I post daily videos.